Hey, Real Madrid, you see that right there? That is how you beat Albacete Pamplona. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Football for the match reaction of the Albacete versus Barcelona game. And yes, we were able to do what Real Madrid couldn't. We were able to beat who Real Madrid couldn't. And you know what? Before I start praising my team, I want to first of all give a lot of credit to Albacete Football Club. I got to give them credit. Listen, they are currently sitting mid-table in their league. They were in the relegation fight not too long ago. They were 17th. Now they're 12th. And you know what? I have to give them credit. These guys, they gave it a go. Just like they did against Real Madrid, they gave it a go. I mean, lads, take a look at the scoreline. The scoreline doesn't lie. And you know what? The scoreline, honestly, is actually the fairest result, right? In the end, Barcelona were not dominant. We were not out of the park dominant, right? Albacete today, they had a game plan, they set it up, and at the end of the day, Barcelona's superiority is what ended up giving us the edge and the victory. But listen, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the match reaction of the game. And listen, guys, I'm gonna talk about everything, guys, you need to know about this game, guys. I'm gonna talk about every single thing. And yeah, listen, from the start, right? I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. The lineup was something that I kind of expected, after yesterday, right? Because let's be real, right? At the end of the day, the manager, I guess he's really interested in winning, trying to win this cup, but he did play, he did make a few changes. And in my preview, I got a few of these things correct. Some of them I did not. But yeah, he had John Garcia in goal. Araujo, as I expected, started this game alongside Eric Garcia, with Gerard Martin playing at left back. Jean Cancelo, which I predicted, he started at right back in this game. And the pivot that I predicted of De Jong and Bernal, it started today in this game. And Dani Olmo was the one that was chosen today in the 10, with Yamal once again playing a full 90 minutes on the right, Rashford on the left, and Robert Lewandowski was the man who was given the nod in this game. And look, man, I'm just going to say this, right? From the start, predictably, Barcelona had the better chances. Albacete, they played a low block, right? They completely shut out all of the spaces, right? They made sure that we did not have any space to breathe. They made sure that they closed down every single area in that team, right? In their defense. They were doing well. And also, when they had the ball, they were not just holding on to it. You could tell they had a plan. Every time they had the ball, they were trying to throw it out wide, get across into the box. That's all the plan that they made. But we were the ones who had the better chance. Literally, first 5 minutes of the game, beautiful ball comes straight to Rashford. And instead of Rashford putting his laces to it, he decides he's going to try to drop it into the box, and hopefully Lewandowski might be able to flick it. Didn't even raise his head to see where Lewandowski was. It was a poor decision making once again from this guy, which this is a trend when it comes to Rashford. His decision making is not that good. And at the end of the day, that one I wasn't happy with, but the one that really pissed me off was the one he had after. Dani Olmo literally put it on a plate. You couldn't ask for a better pass. He had the room and the space to put it anywhere in the box, but once again, just like we saw against Elche, once again, this guy misses another one-on-one. And to make it worse, he didn't even make the goalkeeper work for it. Once again, completely missed the target. And I'm going to be very honest, man. I was not happy with Rashford. I was not happy with Rashford at all in this game. And, he scored in his last two games, but really, this is another reason why I'm not a fan of this dude. This is why I wasn't a fan of him when we signed him. And yeah, he had a good start, but really now he's beginning to show his level. He's not Barca level, man. Respectfully, he's not, right? And I'm going to talk about him next, right? This guy, Robert Lewandowski, today was arguably the worst player on the pitch today. Literally, guys. Does anyone who's watching this, any of you remember anything Lewandowski did in this game? Oh, wait. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely nothing. Today, Rashford, he actually put a good ball into the box, and that, and he was too slow to react to it. And that's literally all he did in the game. Literally all. They tried to put it, they were putting the ball in the box. Yamal tried it, Cancelo was trying it, and really, nothing. No one. Where was Lewandowski? I saw Rashford in the middle of the number 9 more than I saw Robert Lewandowski. Where was Lewandowski? And listen, I'm one of the people who's been saying I would rather see him start over Ferran. But I'm gonna be very real, man. Your positioning is worrying me, and maybe this is what a lot of these people who are for Ferran over you are seeing that I am refusing to accept. This is not good enough from Lewandowski. It was completely poor, the worst player on the pitch. But you know who wasn't one of the worst players on the pitch? You know who was once again carrying our attack? Oh, that's right. Just like against Elche, man like Lamine Yamal once again showing the current our attackers how to actually attack effectively. He was doing well on that right hand side. Once again, putting the ball where it needs to be, trying his best, releasing the ball, dribbling when he needs to, doing what he needs to do. And you know what? It was just simple in the end. Guess who scored our opening goal? Oh, that's right. Once again, man like Lamine. This man right now on form is the best player in the world. I don't care what anyone thinks about it. Do not care. He is currently on form, best player in the world. Over Kylian Mbappe, over Haaland, over anyone. He in 2026, the year of 2026, nobody is touching Yamal right now. And the goal, listen, I have to say this, right? Now I have to give credit. I'm gonna give credit. Today, one thing I did love about our attack was the pressure we were putting on the Albacete defense. The defense was really shaky. We were putting pressure on them and making them make mistakes. And you know what? That's how we got our goal. That's how we got our goal. It was a pressure on the defense. We got the ball. Ball comes straight to Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong puts it on a plate for Lamine Yamal. And Lamine Yamal was never missing that. Once again, back-to-back games, another goal. Beautiful performance from Lamine Yamal. Got the goal. And at halftime, we were leading. And I was thinking, okay, second half, make the changes. Bring Ferran Torres on for Lewandowski. He's done absolutely nothing. Just take him off. Bring in Lewandowski. I'm sorry, bring in Ferran. Bring on Ronnie Baji for Rashford. But in my head, I assumed he was going to bring Firmino. And yeah, he did bring in Firmino later on. But at halftime, guess the change he made? Oh, he made a change in our defense, which, by the way, our defense was arguably better than the attack, right? Araujo today and Eric Garcia. Amazing, right? It's really unfortunate they didn't keep a clean sheet today, but they played very, very well, especially Araujo, who I will talk about. But at halftime, he made the change, but instead, he took off Jean Cancelo for Kobashi. Now, I don't know the reason behind it. I get it. I feel like maybe Cancelo, out of all our defenders, he was probably the worst because, yeah, he was going forward. He really put a lot of good balls into the box, and he was a little bit reckless with some of his tackling. So maybe that was why Flick decided to go for it and take him off at halftime. And hopefully he didn't suffer a knock or anything, right? But second half starts, and yeah, we were on the front foot. And you know what? Within 10 minutes, Ronald Araujo, ladies and gentlemen, back in the starting 11. Cross comes in from a corner kick, bullet header, gets the goal, captain's goal. And you know what, right? Fair play to Ronald, right? He's been going through a lot ever since the Chelsea game. You know, at the end of the day, I want to see every player in this team succeed, right? I think he's definitely got so much potential. And, you know, at the end of the day, he's a top defender. But the problem is, he is a defender with a lot of mistakes in him. He's not reliable. That's the problem. But you know what? Today he actually was. I'm sorry, but today he was. Defensively today, he was a rock. Rock. A defensive rock today. Nothing was going through Araujo's side today. I loved it. And he got the goal today, which, you know what? He needed that. Great performance. For me, he was my man of the match. I give him the man of the match over Yamal, to be honest. I think he was the best player on the pitch today. And we were comfortable. We didn't, at the end of the day, Yamal was trying again to put the ball in the box. Ferran Torres later on came on for Lewandowski. He had, what, 3 golden chances late on the plate there for Yamal. Once again, Ferran Torres being Ferran Torres. But you know what? I'll tell you this, at least he did more than Lewandowski did in that game, which doesn't say much, right? But one thing today that really, really, really irked me was the fact that Yamal again played 90 minutes. Why? Why? What was the purpose? Like, what is Ronnie doing in training that has just made this manager all of a sudden change his complete opinion on him? I really want to know. I'm actually genuinely curious. I really want to know what this man did to deserve what he's getting right now. I don't understand this. I don't understand what Ronnie has done. Because every time we've seen Ronnie, he's been effective. Every single time. So, I don't know. I don't understand this. He didn't bring him on at all. And Yamal played around 90 minutes. And you know what? We were comfortable for most of that game. But once again, when we just thought maybe we could keep a clean sheet, the defense goes to sleep. And you know what? We had a goal. Albacete had a goal from, guess who? The man who I was telling us to watch out for. The man who actually didn't start today, Jeffrey Bentancur. He came on, scored a goal which was ruled off offside. And then within 2-3 minutes later, they get a free kick, diving header, 2-1. And yeah, all of a sudden we went from being comfortable to now being at the edge of our seats. Not good enough. Once again, defense went to sleep for that goal. And I thought that we ended up vindicating ourselves by getting the third. And beknownst to me, for those of you guys who might watch my watch along, I thought it was 3-1. I thought it was 3-1 all the way to when they had the chance to score, and I thought it was just going to be a consolation. But yeah, the goal was rolled out, and then literally, they went the other side, and oh my days, what a clearance by Gerard Martin. What a clearance. Oh my days. I could not believe what happened there. What a performance. What a clearance there by Gerard Martin. You deserve all the credit for that. That was you. You saved us today. Amazing. But yeah, in the end, final whistle went 2-1. Barcelona win. We're in the semifinals. Albacete, like I mentioned, you gave it a go today. You really did. You gave it a go just like you gave it a go against Real Madrid. And now you've really gained the respect of all the teams in the whole of Europe, because now everyone can see why you were able to shock Real Madrid. Because today, you almost shocked Barcelona too. But you know what? Let's focus on Barca. We got the win, right? We're in the semifinals. We are on the road to retaining our crown. But serious improvement needs to be made in this team. I'm going to be very honest. The offense today gets an average of 6 out of 10. Really, Yamal is the only one, and maybe Omo, right, who I can give credit to. No one else. The whole attack today, garbage. Garbage. So 6 out of 10. Midfield today, pretty good. I'll give the midfield an 8 out of 10. I think, De Jong, once again, energy, did his job, amazing in the midfield. Bernal today, give him credit too. Doesn't start a lot of games. He really carried his weight in the team. Omo, creative spark in the team. He's really been doing the job, Pedri's job quite well. I have to give him credit for that. Defense today, even though we conceded, I would give the defense an 8 out of 10. I think the defense today was a rock. Araujo today didn't do anything wrong today. Neither did Garcia. Gerard Martin literally saved a goal line clearance, right? The only player today that doesn't get, he's probably gonna, didn't really play to their best is arguably Cancelo, right? But yeah, that's it. And Yeah, for me, my man of the match is Ronald Araujo. I think he deserves it. He played an amazing game. And yeah, listen, man, hopefully this continues because if we can get a prime Araujo back, we definitely need it. This defense definitely needs an prime Araujo back. But it remains to be seen, man. We've seen him have these moments, especially this season and the past few seasons. Now it's all about just keeping it calm and hopefully not making any bozo mistakes. But yeah, we got the win. Semifinals, here we come. What you guys saying about this game? What do you guys think about the performance and the win, guys? What do you guys think? What do you guys think we need to improve on? What were the things that impressed you? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. As always, big up to all of the Barca family out there, and big up to every single one of you guys watching. Visca Barca. Peace. Take care.